Actually, my experience is that when the Western people, the normal people, see us dressed up like this and practicing a completely different lifestyle, they become very curious and very interested. And if we develop purity, they come to us and they accept our knowledge.
Hare Krishna. So today I am in Panama and we have very wonderful guest with us, His Grace Vrindavan Nath Prabhu. So Vrindavan Nath Prabhu is serving this beautiful temple here in Panama and preaching these Westerners, which is really very tough. As we know that preaching to Indians is really very tough. So we would like to welcome His Grace Vrindavan Nath Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So we'll ask few questions with Prabhuji and we will really get to know about this beautiful temple and everything. So Prabhuji, first of all, I would like to know that how you joined this Krishna consciousness movement.
Well, Hare Krishna to everyone. When I was very young, 16 years old, I was in the school. One friend gave me a Bhagavad Gita, and for me was a very strange book. But for some reason that I don't know very well, I started to read. And as I told you before, I didn't understand Bhagavad Gita. But I could not stop to read Bhagavad Gita. And when I finished to read, after 1 week, I was feeling like here in this book is God. I don't know how, why, but I know that here is God, and I should try to understand this knowledge. I should try to associate with the persons who practice this knowledge. So this was my experience, how I meet the devotees, and after I think 2 weeks I moved into the temple to live. And everything was very, very special to me. How the devotees dress, how they worship deities, how they cook, it was amazing for me, because it was a new style of cuisine for me, and it was amazing how the food smelled, okay, and the taste, everything was amazing. And the most important, I was very happy there, because all the devotees are always dancing, chanting, smiling, and I was feeling like at home.
Yeah. Wow, that's really wonderful. Means Prabhuji has got a Bhagavad Gita and he read it one take, like he just sit in a room, like Prabhuji has told me earlier that he was reading Bhagavad Gita from morning to night, and in 1 week, Prabhuji, you have finished?
Yeah, 1 week.
In 1 week he has finished Bhagavad Gita at the age of 16 years, please note. And Prabhuji is only 25-year old, and he's looking after so much, like preaching very wonderfully. So Prabhuji, how you joined this temple, Panama temple, how you joined?
Well, before I was in Colombia, where I am from, and I was living in Bogota in our temple. We were preaching there, doing Sankirtan, worshiping the deity. But my spiritual master, His Holiness Bhaktisundar Goswami Maharaj, he called me and told me that Panama needs a pujari, the temple of Panama needs a pujari. On this time the temple was more different. It was 4 years ago. For example, the big deities, the marble deities, they are new. Before we had another big deities, but they damaged because the heat, some way or another, they damaged. And they changed for these beautiful deities that we have now. And before the installation of the deities, many sannyasis came, and many devotees from the United States and India even, and London came. It was a very big party. And before that, I came here to Panama to worship the Lord for the following the instruction of my Guru Maharaj.
Okay. So Prabhuji has moved from Colombia to Panama just for the instruction of his Guru Maharaj. So we can learn that Guru's order, whatever Guru says, we should accept it as it is. We should not say, no, Guru Maharaj, I don't like this, please give me some other service. No, whatever Guru's order is this, we have to follow. So we can learn from Vrindavan Nath Prabhuji. So Prabhuji, how's the preaching services going? Because we see, being an Indian, when I go to preach in India for book distribution, I see that people they are going from car, we distribute books like in signals. When red light is there, we go approach the cars, and people are sometimes they abuse, they even spit on our faces. They like one of brahmachari in our temple, they just moved their car on from his leg. Wow. And with swollen leg he was still distributing the book. And to preaching Indians, it's really very tough. And to preaching Westerners who doesn't know anything, like who is zero about God, don't have knowledge. Like Prabhupada has preached hippies, but he was Prabhupada. And like how means I'm really curious to know that how you preach Westerner devotees here.
Well, it's not so difficult actually, because the people in the West, although they have economic facilities, they are looking for something more. And nowadays in the West it's very common that the people are interested in yoga. So this is one way in which we enter to speak about Bhagavad Gita. We say this is the main book of yoga, Bhagavad Gita. And also we have many programs, like we have in the city a preaching center, very small, before the COVID pandemic, and we give Bhagavad Gita classes there, and the people came after practice some Hatha Yoga. They came and we teach them. But the main thing is just try to give books, Prabhupada books to them. They read, and after some time they call you, hey, I am interested, I read something very interesting, could you explain me more about that? And actually my experience is that when the Western people, the normal people, see us dressed up like this and practicing a completely different lifestyle, they become very curious and very interested. And if we develop purity, they come to us and they accept our knowledge. This is my experience, you know? Although these clothes are very strange for the West, they appreciate.
Wow.
No, because we see that nowadays the people are not happy, and they are not happy with the society. They are not happy with anything. Actually, everyone is frustrated so much. And when we show, hey, we can live a different life, completely different completely different. We live within the society, but we don't follow the society. We follow our own society, and they become attracted. It's not so difficult.
Amazing. Means how to attract Western people towards our Vedic philosophy is really that.
Actually, prasad also is our
weapon.
Secret, our weapon, because this style of cuisine that Prabhupada bring to the West, you know, this halava and gulab jamun and all these things, when the people taste, it's like wow. When they take prasad, it's like a spiritual experience actually, but they don't realize completely. But this is one of our secrets. And also here in Panama we have one of the biggest Ratha Yatras in Latin America. Every year before the COVID we celebrate Ratha Yatra. We have big deities. They are not here. They are in the house of the temple president. They're big deities and big chariot, and it's a very beautiful festival when it happens.
Wow. It's really great. About prasad, which Prabhuji has said, like Prabhupada has said that if nothing works, prasadam is the last weapon. Like when I was signing off from the ship, so there are crew members who joined. I asked them that will we get veg food in the hotel we were staying at. They said it's very tough. So in morning when I went in hotel, I asked him to give something veg. He gave me omelette. So I said no, I don't eat egg. So he said, you said veg. So for them it is like omelette, these things are veg. and I was wondering that how I'll get prasad, how I'll get food. And here when I came, I got a feast from Prabhuji. I got a feast, and already my prasadam is packed for night. Tomorrow morning I am going. So I am really grateful, so grateful for you, Prabhuji, that you have given me such wonderful prasad. After signing off from ship, I was thinking I will go to Shri Radha Parsaarthi, and there I will have a wonderful prasad. But before that, only Krishna arranged that through you. So really thankful towards you. So prasadam is the thing from which people attracts. They taste, it's like heaven for them. Okay, so Prabhuji, here who all are staying in this beautiful temple? Your residence place is also there. So who all are staying here?
Well, we are a team of 4 to 5 devotees.
Okay.
Me and my wife, we worship the deities. We take care of that. We have one cook, very expert, and we have another devotee who in charge of cleaning the temple, and like this.
Okay,
Is
that's
right.
nice. So 4 to 5 devotees are managing this wonderful temple. And Prabhuji, this deities, Shri Gaurnitai deity, I'll show you Shri Gaurnitai deity, when they were established and who has established that.
Well, the original deities, the small one, I think they came to Panama 35 years ago, or maybe a little bit more. They was sent personally by Prabhupada through Guru Prasad Maharaj, our GBC, when Maharaj took initiation in Vrindavan in 74, I think, or I don't remember the exact date, but when Maharaj took initiation and they returned to Latin America, he's from the United States, but he was preaching in Costa Rica and Panama. And Prabhupada sent Shri Gaurnitai with Maharaj to Costa Rica, but some way or another they came here to Panama and they never leave Panama.
Jai Haribol. So the Shri Gaurnitai are very, very, very beautiful. I'll show you. And so Prabhuji, have you ever visited India?
Yes. I don't remember how many years ago, but yes, it was a great experience. It was something amazing because my parents, they are not devotees, but before I came to India, I was going to the university, and I was thinking I really want this life, a normal life, because I was looking to the devotees and they were looking so happy, preaching, cooking, doing so many things, living a simple life. So I was wondering, what is better for me? Shall I go to the university and become a rich person, or shall I be happy? And after think about that a few months, I think I decided I want to go to India. And I told to my father, I want to go to India rather than go to the university. And he was like, you are crazy. India, for the West, the idea that we have of India is like a very poor country, no? But when I came there to India, I saw something very different. Especially in the Holy Dam in Vrindavan, I saw so many nice devotees, so many simple devotees, so many beautiful temples, our Krishna Balaram Mandir, the Prabhupada Samadhi, the 24-hour Kirtan. For me, all of these things was amazing, and I become very inspired when I saw the brahmachari devotees living in the temple. I was thinking that I wanted to become like there. They were shining, so beautiful.
Yeah, so yes, Prabhuji, you are shining like a brahmachari. Still, you can say.
I hope I will.
So that's what the journey of His Grace Vrindavan Nath Prabhuji. So finally, Prabhuji is very much busy. I am taking so much time. So finally, last thing which Prabhuji has told me in his room, the very secret thing, Prabhuji, with the message you want to give to Indians who are very much attracted by Westerners, who want to live like a Westerners, who want to be here and who want to adapt this Western culture. So what message you want to give to those people?
Well, I want to don't do it. This is the best, because we have a community of Indian persons here in Panama, 5,000 I think, and they almost leave their culture. They are becoming very, very much westernized, and when I see that, it's so painful for me, because original Indian culture is practically Krishna conscious culture. It's not Bollywood culture. It's the culture of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's the culture of the sages. So I say to the Indians, don't leave the beautiful culture that you have, because this is a real treasure to born within this culture, within the beautiful country of India. Even Lord Krishna, when he descended to the planet, he descended in India. So why? Because India is very special. But if the Indians leave the culture, this will be a great loss. And one personal desire, the personal desire of Prabhupada, as I told you before, was to become Krishna conscious to the Indian persons again. Because Prabhupada said, my spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he has told me to preach in the West. Now I have become successful in that. Now I want to return to India and make India great again. So this is what we have. We have the best culture of all. We have the culture of the spiritual world, the music of the spiritual world, the clothes of the spiritual world, the philosophy of the spiritual world. We have something that is amazing. So every Indian should become proud of that, and at the same time should not leave. Stop to see Bollywood and start to read Mahabharata from the same book, and start to read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Purana, and take again this amazing culture. India have the biggest treasure of the humanity, actually. That's why Prabhupada in the past he said that we in India have the best philosophy. And when he was in United States, he said, with the money of United States and with the culture of India, we will save the whole world. So we should think very serious about that and read Prabhupada books very serious, because in the Prabhupada purpose, in the purpose of Srila Prabhupada, are those descriptions about how beautiful is Krishna conscious culture. This is my message to everyone. Please don't leave your culture.
So this is the message by Prabhuji, that why India is so special. So never leave your culture. India already has so much. So please, everyone who wants to visit in foreign countries, who want to live in foreign countries, who want to adapt Western cultures, please take a message from Prabhuji. He's from the West, he's from Colombia, and he's giving a great and very, 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 very serious message. So we should take it as it is. And with this note, Prabhuji, I would like to thank you, and I am please seeking your blessings. Please bless me and all the viewers who are watching us, that we can also do some bhakti like you are doing. Please, Prabhuji, bless us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.